having the tower garden where my kids will pluck the lettuce and eat it.
And they get so excited because they just run out there and they're waiting to see, what can we harvest today, Mom?
Well, studies show that when children learn to grow their own food, that they eat more of it.
The cucumbers, they won't eat cucumbers from the store, but they'll eat cucumbers off the tower. And so it's made them much more excited about eating fruits and vegetables.
It's really so wonderful to have a farmer's market in your backyard.
Yes.
All right, Rhianna.
All right.
Wow. That's amazing. I've never had an intro like that before. That was totally unexpected. I loved it. Thank you. But my name is Rhianna. I am in Jacksonville, Florida. I have been here for about a year. Got here from Kansas City, where I lived for about 11 years. And I am a city girl from St. Louis, y'all. So the fact that I'm on here talking to y'all about tower gardening is amazing. This is how we know that it is not a scam. Like, it's a real deal thing right here. And I'm trying to sit so you guys can kind of see mine in the background while I tell a little bit about my story. But I got to tell you, y'all, I am an recovering sugar addict. And when I say that, I mean, little Debbie was my ride or die, and I was hoarding Oreos in my nightstand, like the Costco size sleeves of Oreos in my nightstand. So when I say I was a sugar addict, I was a heavy duty sugar addict. And it wasn't until my daughter was born with severe special needs that I had a wake up call. And it dawned on me that if I was going to be here as long as possible to take care of her, then I needed to do a better job of taking care of myself. So within a year of making that decision to change my lifestyle, I found this Juice Plus company and community. And I got to tell you, I fell in love because they were not just about a product. They really were about wanting to live a healthy life for the sake of inspiring others to do the same. And inspiration, I feel like, is like my middle name. I love to help people see a bigger picture and help them do better and live this life that they were created to live. So after experiencing a whole lot more energy in my body, after realizing I wasn't getting sick, after my husband was able to shake off this shingles virus that he had been struggling with in his body for so long, and so many other things. I can't even list them all, you guys. But that, in addition to all of the healthy living habits that we embrace as a result of being a part of this healthy living community, all helped us just to get so excited about living healthier and helping others to do the same. I have to tell you about my daughter who was living with severe special needs. She was diagnosed with a disorder called Rett syndrome. And that's a neurological disorder, which really does make everything difficult from the brain to the rest of your body. And so all of the functions that are controlled by the brain were not necessarily working well for her. And she had seizures. She had major digestion issues, metabolic issues, heart issues, and she was on medications for all of these things. It was not uncommon to be in the hospital with her every other month. And after we were able to start giving her this whole food, vine ripened concentrates through her feeding tube, you guys, we have seen a complete turnaround in her health. We know she's going to be here for a long, long time, and we just cannot we can't say how grateful, we can't say it enough times how grateful we are for this company, for this product. And I got to tell you, I became really intrigued about the Juice Plus company and how I could be a part of it when I learned about the Tower Garden, because I was like, what is this company about that's doing these things with like helping people grow their own food? I just had never heard of such a thing. And I knew I had tried and failed so many times to grow my own garden, right? I told you, city girl from St. Louis with a brown thumb, both literally and figuratively. So I knew like I had failed so many times, but I was so super intrigued by this machine that did so many things for you. So we got on board. We were broke as a joke, and we were still able to afford to grow our own food on a Tower Garden just for a small amount monthly. And next thing I knew, I was growing my own lettuces, my own tomatoes and greens and peppers. And it was just such a fun thing for my kids. Like I said on that video, they became cucumber snobs. They're still to this day at 16 and 14 years old, still cucumber snobs. Okay. So it is just a fun thing to watch them have gotten a lot more of a respect for food, for sustainability, for health, their own health. And that's stuff that I can't trade at all. So I am now 8 years into this business, into this community of growing our own food and helping others to just live healthier. But right now we're temporarily living in an apartment. And after about a few months of being in this apartment and my Tower Garden was in the storage, I said, I need my Tower Garden. I can't live like this no more. I had to get my Tower Garden out of storage. So right now I'm standing in front of my back door of my apartment. We have a little bit of a patio here. And then I'll turn my camera around so you can actually see. This is my Tower Garden that's literally just sitting this far away from my. So it does not matter much where you want to set up a Tower Garden. I did have it sitting right here next to the table, but I decided to pull it out so that I could get the direct sunlight on these tomatoes because I love my tomatoes. So I have right now, as you can see, there's some peppers here, lots and lots of peppers. Here's some kale, some yummy kale that I use for my smoothies. I actually have been inspired by Lori and all of the edible flowers and stuff. So I do, you can't see them, but I do have some lavender and marigolds in here that I have planted. So I'm really excited for those to get going. But I would just say overall, my favorite thing is the ease of being able to grow it and have it do its thing without me really having to put a lot of time and energy on. You can see kind of some of my tomatoes in there into it because there's a lot going on. Like I said, with being a mom, a child with severe special needs, it has just been wonderful to be able to come out here and cut some stuff off, throw it in my throw it in my smoothie, and make the stuff for salads and all that stuff. And that's the beauty of this business is we get to do what we're doing for our own health, and we get to share that and hopefully inspire other people to do the same thing. Because as we know, in the world that we live in right now, if we're not willing to take care of our health, we can't trust anybody else to do it for us. So anyway, I hope that this has been a little bit of inspiration for y'all today. And I hope y'all have a good night.